everyone. How are you doing today? My name is Marquita Sharon, music journalist for Concert Daily. How are you? I'm so excited and honored to be here. My question is directed to Miss Hughes, Miss Cathy Hughes. I waited since 2019 of November working at the actual Urban Honors for 2020 when we actually taped. I was in production. I waited to be able to actually see you in person, so I'm glad to have this moment with you. When you think about the slogan, Black Girl Magic, I imagine the defining time in one's life where a decision was made against doubt, fear, uncertainty, or others' opinions. And for the first time, the mind, heart, and inner belief aligned to make a strong choice to activate the talent, skill, and gifts already within that brings to life the magic Black girls embody. So, what was your defining Black girl magic moment that led you to become a force to be reckoned with in your field of expertise? And how do you use this inner shift of self love to be a motivation to all the many divas currently activating their magic?
Oh, a great question. It's going to have to be my last one because those of you who are in business for yourself knows that when a client calls and says they want to talk to you, you got to go. Um, I think that my Black Girl Magic moment, first one, I've had many, thank God, but I think my first was when I decided that I was going to initiate a recall of the Washington Post magazine. The Washington Post at that time did not have Black writers, like they had maybe one Black editor. And I took on the Washington Post, which, Richard Nixon took on and lost. Okay, he lost his job, he lost his place in history. I knew it was dangerous, I knew it was very costly, but I saw the results almost immediately after a year-long recall effort. Started off with thousands, dwindled down to hundreds, and then dwindled down to about 40 or 50. And the interesting thing was, I felt at that point that probably we were not going to be successful. But after we had dwindled down to about 40 or 50 each week, we would buy the newspaper because at that time, there was legislation said that saying, like now, there's legislation saying that if 3 Black folks assemble, it's called a riot and it's illegal in certain states. Well, back then, if in fact you called for a boycott, you could be prosecuted. And so I had to be very careful in my terminology. I called it a recall. So as my numbers were shrinking, I did not realize the impact that I was having on their advertising, because they had gone from some 50, 60 pages in the inaugural, the debut of the magazine down to 3. And all of a sudden they threw in the towel and did some very significant things at the Washington Post in terms of hiring people. Janet Cook was one of those hires. There's getting ready to be a biopic about the sister who won a Pulitzer Prize with a false story. I'm sure you all may have seen some press on that. But I realized that I had created jobs of power and influence at the Washington Post. At that time, the most important newspaper, not the largest, but the most important daily in the United States. I realized that I had gotten, Kay Graham was still alive at the time, that I had captured her ear and her attention, and that she was really focusing on what we were trying to present to her. That was the first time that I realized that unity can in fact manifest itself in Black girl magic. That was my first aha moment. There might have been some before, but it wasn't as dramatic as that recall effort because of the danger, because of the uncertainty, but also because of the effectiveness. That was my first, that I really kind of focused in on. Through unity, you can create all types of Black girl magic.